All right, so on 3.3, number 3, we're dividing 2x to the fourth minus 3x squared plus 3x by x minus 2. Now, I had to put in a 0x cubed and a 0 underneath my division bar there because, remember, you have to have every place accounted for from the largest exponent down, and because those are my placeholders. So when we divide, we always divide our first term, so 2x to the fourth divided by x. So I'm going to write that out over here, and that gives me 2x cubed. So I'm going to put 2x cubed up here on top, and then we always take whatever we wrote on top times everything there on the outside. So I've got that 2x cubed times the x minus 2 from the outside. So I'm going to distribute that. Gives me 2x to the fourth minus 4x cubed. And then my next step is going to be to subtract both of those. I have to subtract the whole thing. So by subtracting it, that just means to change the sign. So we're going to subtract that, and it's going to change that one to become a plus. So then I combine it. 2x to the fourth minus 2x to the fourth cancels, as it should every time. 0x cubed plus 4x cubed is 4x cubed. And we just bring down the rest. And then we're just going to keep repeating ourselves. So we're do the same thing we just did. So take and divide your first terms. So 4x cubed divided by x gives me 4x squared. So I have a positive 4x squared, so I'm going to put it up here on top. And I'm going to multiply it times everything there on the outside. So that positive 4x squared is going to be multiplied by the x minus 2. I'm going to distribute. It's going to give me 4x cubed minus 8x squared. And then remember, you're going to subtract all of that, so that means change the signs of both of them. So then combine them. So 4x cubed minus 4x cubed cancels. Negative 3x squared plus 8x squared gives us 5x squared. And bring down the rest. All right, and then we're going to repeat. So we're going to do this again. So divide your first, 5x squared, divided by the x on the outside. So 5x squared divided by x is 5x. So we have a positive 5x. We're going to multiply that by everything on the outside. So 5x times that x minus 2. Distribute it. You get 5x squared minus 10x. Remember, we're going to subtract that, which means we're going to change all the signs. 5x squared minus 5x squared cancels. 3x plus 10x is 13x. And bring down the rest. And then we get to do it one more time, because we keep doing it until my x on the bottom is smaller than my x that's on the outside. So I'm going to take 13x and divide it by the x on the outside. So 13x divided by x is a positive 13. So I'm going to put plus 13. We're going to multiply that times everything on the outside. So I'm going to take the 13 times the x minus 2 and distribute it. It's going to give me 13x minus 26. Subtract the whole thing, so change all the signs. And we end up with 26. Now the 26 there doesn't have an x, or we could say it's like having an x to the 0 there, and if so, x to the 0 is smaller than x to the first. So that means that we're done, and this is our remainder. So what we do with our remainder is we're going to take, and we're always going to use a plus sign. So I'm going to go up to where my answer is up here, my 2x cubed plus 4x squared plus 5x plus 13. I'm going to put a plus sign, and I take my remainder over what we divided by. And so that up there at the top is my complete answer, the 2x cubed plus 4x squared plus 5x plus 13 plus 26 over x minus 2.